Sorry about that, everyone. I'm still a little crooked. Let me see if I can fix that. That little crooked action here. We straighten that out a little bit. Having some technical difficulties over here. It's all good. You have to be like that. It's okay. All right, let me see. Hit everybody. All right, what's going on, everyone? All right, I think we're good to go. I was having a little bit of technical difficulties a moment ago. I still see my screen over there. It's a little crooked. That's bugging my OCD. My feed over on Facebook. So who do we got on today? Say hi, guys. Don't be shy if you're joining me over here on Zoom. Hold on 1 second. Maybe I can't hear you because I have my audio down. No, we're good. Oh, let me see here. You guys are all muted. Okay. What's happening, Samara and then Debbie Sanderson, 11 p.m. in the UK. That's crazy. Not that crazy. So, and then who else do we have on over here? Jill. Okay. Just a couple of you joining me on Zoom. So still we got about a minute to go before we officially start. Hi, Sybil. It's kind of weird because I see oh no, they're not. They're not inverted. I thought the screens might be inverted here. Hold on a second. Let me do one more thing. See if I can adjust this a little bit more. No. All right, there we go. That's much better. All right, everybody. So how's everyone doing today? It is 3 o'clock, and I just wanted to take a little bit. I don't have too many people on Zoom. Maybe a lot of shy folk.
Can you hear me?
There we go. Hi, Robin. You made it.
Just for a minute, then I get it.
Okay, no worries. Well, thank you for stopping by. Welcome to everybody. So this is just a Q&A for the membership, kind of an extension of what we did last week. I don't know how long this will last, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. It all depends on how many questions some of you may have. Please be sure to put your questions in the comments. If you are watching from Facebook, 1 second, guys. If you're watching from Facebook, put your comments into the.
Just talk to them.
Sorry, everybody. There we go. Yeah, if you guys are on Facebook, put your questions in the comments. I'll see if I can read them from here. I'm using my phone to broadcast today, so I'm also on Zoom. I'm using my laptop for Zoom. So Tom, 1931. Just really quick, trying to see if I can get somebody. Can everybody hear me okay? If you're on Zoom with me, can you guys hear me okay? Oh, unmute. Technical difficulties, everyone. I'll get through them. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to say hello to everyone. Today's an extension of last, was it Friday when we had the other meeting? And I just wanted to kind of go through some of the questions that have popped up since. The first thing I want to talk about is the payment. Payments are going to be through PayPal and Stripe, okay? And all the details, the important information on that is coming on Sunday. Okay, so it's coming before Sunday. You guys will have the list of the details long before the cart actually opens to take on members. So again, just want to remind the important details here is the cart opens on Sunday and then it closes the following Saturday. So there are 7 days to join the membership. You can join at any one of those days, right? I would definitely not wait till the very last minute just in case there's any technical difficulties. You guys know how that stuff works. But so the cart will be open this coming Sunday, the 18th. I'm opening it midnight Saturday, okay? So this is kind of saying midnight Saturday opens up. So that's actually technically Sunday, and then closes midnight Saturday on the 23rd. So 7 days to jump on and join the membership. Once again, the price, if you're paying monthly, it's $20 a month. There will be an option to pay for the year at a 2-month discount. So pay for the year in advance. You will pay $200 as opposed to $240. So that's a pretty good discount there. So just kind of keep that in mind. Those are going to be your options. Again, it's either going to be PayPal or Stripe. Those are going to be both the options as of right now. Those are the options that I have, in mind. I've already worked through a lot of the setup on that. The only thing that might hinder either one of those, if anything, it would probably be PayPal that I would take out if there's any problems, but it doesn't look like there's going to be. The reason why I'm using both is because there's likely going to be some people that prefer PayPal, and then some people that maybe don't care. Stripe allows more access to different countries, so that is the reason why I'm going to be using Stripe. Now, if you're familiar with PayPal, prefer to do that. Like I said, no one's going to be an option. And the $20 a month is in USD, but I think once you get into the platform, you'll be able to convert that to whatever it is, wherever you're from. If you're joining from, let's say, Canada or the UK or something like that. Okay, so again, the details, the particulars on those links are coming by Friday, if not sooner. I'm going to try to get those out sooner so you guys have them, right? I don't want you guys to miss out, but I'm going to be available all week, and next week I'll be available as well to answer questions or any type of problems. I'll send a couple of people into the Zoom meeting. So that's the information as far as the payments, okay? So payments, again, full details are coming towards the end of the week. You'll have everything that you need to know as far as what the payment processing is going to be. You'll have some options, but I'll be posting those on Facebook. I'll be emailing those out if you're part of the mailing list. If you are not on the mailing list yet and want to get on that, please send me a message to paintingwithjesse@gmail.com, and I will get you on the mailing list. It's just an extra set of another source of information in case you missed the post on Facebook. You'll have the information on by email as well. So again, if you're not on the mailing list, send me an email to paintingwithjesse@gmail.com, and I will get you on the mailing list. Let's see if we've got a question from somebody. Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, somebody was telling me I was muted. Yeah. So, but anyway, so that's the idea, or not the idea, but that is the plan right now. And if you're not on the mailing list, please do send me an email there, and I'll get you on it. Okay. So, anyhow, a couple of questions came up repeatedly on the current library within the Painting with Jesse page. They opened the one that the page that's open to everybody. For those of you that are familiar with it, there are over 100 tutorials on there right now. So what's going to happen with that video, with that library? It is slowly going to be getting transferred over to a private page. Okay, likely most everything is it's not going to be until fall. I think the fall is when I'm going to be able to get everything over. It takes time to move everything over. So at the beginning of the new membership, of the private membership, if you're I know this question is going to come up. I'm sure some of you guys probably have it. Some of you might have posted it up on the Facebook page. But the current open to the public library is being moved over to the private one, but it's going to take a little while to transfer those over. And by a little while, I mean probably by the fall. You probably will see them slowly coming off the page. Now, I'll be leaving some permanently there because I think it is part of an attraction to the open Facebook page. People like to come on and see what it's about, and it gives them an idea as to what kind of contents they can find, especially for those that are interested in the private group. But the other question I kept getting is, will I still be producing content on the free page? I will be producing some. Very, very likely there will be some tutorials on there. However, not to the same degree that they were on previous. Okay, so at the minimum, what I was doing on a monthly basis was something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think about 6 tutorials, a couple of drawing tutorials, and then a couple of full painting tutorials. So that's going to be minimized quite a bit. I'll probably do about 1 of each one drawing and one painting tutorial on the open page, but I'm not totally sure yet. I'm still trying to figure out all the particulars on that as well. But just to understand, for those of you that are still looking to have some of those open to the public tutorials, I have to minimize the quantity on those. They take a lot of time to produce. There's a lot of stuff that happens behind scenes that goes into making those. And because the majority of my focus is going to be in the membership, you guys understand that there's no way I could produce that many videos, on top of which, if I'm producing a bunch of free videos on the open to the public page, that is going to minimize the interest in the membership. And the membership is going to take precedence. There's a lot going on in there. So lots of really nice value in there. I want to be able to put a lot of attention to that. So anyhow, just to recap, open to the public page, the current Painting with Jesse page that you guys are all familiar with is still going to exist. There's still going to be some content on there. And I'm still trying to decide exactly how that's going to, what that's going to look like. But there will also be some tutorial-based stuff there as well. Okay, so those are the two main questions that kept coming up. One was, that, and then the payment stuff. But so the payment information is coming up. So I'd like to kind of open it up to some questions. Let's see, will we be able to share your lives on the membership? Sorry, I hope this made sense. Let me see. Really share membership. Not sure what you mean by that. Donna, could you maybe clarify a little bit? Share the lives within the membership. So if you're in the membership, anything that happens within the membership. So if I produce a live video, a live tutorial on the Facebook, on the membership page, obviously those are going to be part of the monthly. Every month we're going to have new tutorials on there. Anything that's within the private group stays within the private group and cannot be shared outside of the private group. Okay, so yes, so if that's what you mean, if a video is produced within the private group, right, a tutorial, a drawing tutorial, a painting tutorial, will that be? Could you share that outside of the group? No. Thinking that's what you're asking, so hopefully that answers the question. But yeah, everything within the membership stays. You can share your pictures within the membership. You can post content within the membership. That's all going to be part of the interaction that happens within the membership. So in other words, if you want to post your pictures and things like that within the membership, you will be able to do that. Post questions, post your own tips. There's going to be a lot of interaction that happens within the private group. But as far as sharing to outside of the group from within the group, there might be some occasional content that I can open up for you guys to share. But for the most part, everything that happens within that will stay within that. Okay. I'm hoping that answered the question. If not, if anything that I say today isn't clear, please, or if I miss your question or something, please be sure to send me a message, and I'll be more than happy to answer. So Adriana, let me see. I have questions. Private message. Okay, yeah, Adriana, perfect. Send me your message via Messenger. If we use PayPal, payment automatically. Yes. So PayPal and Stripe, the two methods that I'll be using for the membership, the two platforms, will be an automatic deduction from your account. Okay, you'll be using your credit card to access ATM, etc. It will be an automatic deduction. Now, here's the thing. You will be able to cancel your membership at any time. The only thing that I'm struggling with right now is implementing it so that you guys have control of that yourselves. So in other words, let's say 2-3 months down the road, one of you can no longer be in the membership. You get really busy, or maybe it's just not content that you had hoped for. It's not quite what you were thinking it was going to be, and you decide you'd like to cancel. I want you guys to have the ability to go in and cancel on your own. The way it's looking right now, what's required at the moment is that you would be sending me a message and saying, "Hey Jesse, I'd like to cancel," and then I would go through there and hit the actual cancel membership within Stripe and PayPal. As you guys can imagine, that might be a little cumbersome, and I'd like to avoid that hassle for you guys, and it just would be a little extra on my end. So that's the big hiccup that I'm trying to figure out right now. Maybe at the beginning it'll be that I have to go in there and do that if that's the case where anybody wants to cancel. But regardless, you will have that option to cancel at any time. So The two payment options are going to be the two platforms, Stripe, PayPal. And then within those, you're going to have two options to pay. You can pay monthly, or you can pay the year in advance. The year in advance is at a discount, so it's $20 a month regularly. If you're choosing to pay the year in advance, you would be paying 10 months, so $200 as opposed to $240. Pretty good value right there. The only thing I will say, if let's say you do pay for the whole year and then 5 months down the road you decide you want to cancel it, you can, but it'll be prorated as if you were on a monthly membership, right? So let's say you're 6 months in, you decide, hey, Jesse, this isn't for me, or, I no longer have the time, I'm too busy with work. And if you decide to cancel in 6 months, we would prorate you. I would prorate you as if you had been a monthly member. Hopefully that makes sense. I'll have all that within the documents that I upload for you guys to sign up with, so it's a little bit more clear, more specific. But if there's any questions around any of that, please send me a message. No worries, Robin. Have a good one. Yeah. So this is being recorded on both platforms. I will have, you can always just go, if you're on Zoom or if you're on Zoom, you're just going to go watch the live on Facebook, the recorded live session on Facebook later if anybody wants to go check that out. But who else? Let's see. Anybody else on here? Any questions on Zoom? Nobody as of yet. Okay, cool. And then Venmo, Adriana. So right now, the only options I'm providing are Stripe and PayPal. I don't want to put out too many options simply because it'll get really crazy to be able to keep track of everyone's payments. So at the moment, because I want it to be an automated system, the less hands-on that it has to be on my part, the more time I can invest within the membership. So that's the biggest thing that I want to do. So at the moment, it's just PayPal and Stripe. They're both really easy to use. If you're not familiar with either one of those, it's really, really basic. You set up an account, it links up your credit card or bank account. It just depends on which platform you're using, or both. And then the deduction happens automatically every month. It's really easy, really seamless. If you're not familiar with Stripe, Stripe is really big. Lots of really big companies use it. It's one of the most popular auto membership withdrawal processing systems out there because of its security. And of course, PayPal, most people, especially in the United States, are familiar with PayPal. But once again, both will be available to you. If you're outside the United States, probably something like Stripe is going to be more familiar to you. It is accessible in many more places. But again, either one of those, you'll be able to choose. More information on that later on. Let's see. Yeah, Stripe, Adriana. That's right. Stripe as in a stripe, right? You can also, if you guys are interested in checking those out, kind of doing a little research on your own to see which one you're more comfortable with, just look up Stripe. Okay? But all right, any more questions? Guys, if you're on Facebook, if you asked a question, please go ahead and ask it again. If I have not answered your questions, please put it on again. I'm looking at the screen right now. I don't have access to scrolling back. So if you could please ask your question so I can see it. It'll pop up on the screen. I'll see it now. I'm looking right over at the comment section, okay? But anyhow, what else, folks? Does anybody else have any other questions? Otherwise, I'll just run down what is part of the membership. Once again, for those of you that may have missed last week's session or haven't had a chance to go and watch that video. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, so the link for the subscription is coming later in the week, okay? Again, all the details regarding the payment methods, how to access them and everything else, those are coming later in the week. So just keep your eyes peeled. And again, if you're not part of the mailing list, send me an email and I'll get that over to you ASAP. Will we be able to watch anytime we want? Yes, absolutely, Sandy. Access to everything within the membership will be 24/7. So if you miss something, it's all recorded. There's going to be a live component to almost everything within the membership. All the tutorials, Q&As, the workshops, there's going to be a live component to every one of them, but they're all going to be recorded and you'll have access to that stuff 24/7. So if you want to watch it the day after, the night, that same night, the week after, all up to you. You'll also be able to interact with whatever you want to. If you choose to not interact with some things, it's up to you. Maybe you're not too into the drawing parts of the tutorials, right? Maybe you're not into the drawing part. You only want to concentrate on painting. Absolutely. Maybe the Q&As aren't your thing. You prefer to submit your questions, through email or through Messenger on Facebook. Perfectly fine. You choose to interact with whatever you want. You also get to go at your own pace. One thing that I want to make sure is that I don't overwhelm you guys with too much, right? I know from researching what we're going to be doing within the membership, one of the biggest reasons why people often don't like to be a part of something like this is because of overwhelm. There's way too much happening, and I want to avoid that. I want to make sure that we have enough to keep everybody busy and happy, but not so much that there's just way too many options within there and you feel like you're falling behind. Okay? So yes, I just want to make sure that that's really clear. I posted a calendar of what a month looks like. I posted that last week. I'll be posting that calendar again tomorrow morning, along with some other details, including some detail on the payment stuff. But I want you guys to look at those calendars so you guys know what to expect within the membership, okay? As far as structure, what I'm trying to do, and it's not decided yet, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get certain days of the month are the workshops. Certain days of the month are the drawing tutorials. Certain days of the month are the painting tutorials, right? Certain days of the month are the Q&A, so that every month they land on the same day. If Q&As are happening on Mondays, they happen on the same Monday all the time. If kids' drawing session is happening on Wednesday at this time, they happen at the same time every month. This way you guys know what the schedule is like, and only on very special occasions do we change them for something, maybe something's happening that month that's a little different. So I want to make sure that you guys are very clear as to what that looks like, but I want you guys, before you join the membership, to have all the details, right? So you know what you're getting into and what's included. So tomorrow I'll be posting the mock calendar again. So the week of, so next week, during the week, I'll be finalizing what a monthly calendar will look like, right? So again, tutorials on this, drawing tutorials on these days of the month, painting tutorials on these days of the month, Q&As over here. Now, we're going to have some special events, things like guest speakers, guest artists who come on and teach us or talk to us about what they do. And I'm talking about people that specialize in watercolor, or maybe even things like sculpture, but all kinds of mediums, different areas of art. I'm looking to have people come on and have them on as guests. Those are special events. If I can have one every month, I'll try to do that. Not sure that that's possible. I have to reach out to people and try to get people on, that kind of thing. But let's say it's every other month or every third month. So that's going to be something that's added to the membership. We'll pop those in on the calendar wherever they fit in. So special events like that are a little different. I won't have those listed on the calendar that I put up tomorrow, but the details will be underneath what I kind of explained that. All right. Next question, guys. Let me see. What else do we got? So pastels. Yep, pastels is one of those. I'm looking to have somebody that does pastels, right? Whatever we can find as far as different mediums. That's what I'm looking for. I want to make this fun and informative. I want to make sure everybody is going, oh my gosh, oh yeah, look at that. I didn't know you could do that. I think I've already got our first artist lined up for the first month of the membership. So that's going to be kind of cool. I'm still finalizing that right now, but that'll be a nice little surprise. So, but yeah, okay. But all right, let me look at the screen really quick. Let me see landscapes. So yeah, so as far as the painting content, drawing and painting content, I want to clarify something here. I want to make sure everybody understands. Much like what we do within painting with Jesse right now, where there's kind of a mixture of different media or different themes that we cover on a regular basis, right? We change it up. Sometimes it's flower theme, sometimes it's a landscape, it could be a beach scene, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's kind of the way it's going to be structured with the painting with Jesse or the membership. The learning, I'm losing my train of thought here for a second. The private membership. we're gonna finding your brushstroke. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm losing my train of thought here. I'm trying to keep track of what's happening on both Zoom and London Live, so my brain's kind of going. So in the finding your brushstroke private membership, what I may do is open it up so that you guys can submit theme ideas. Okay, meaning, let's say you found a really nice picture that you like on Facebook, or you took a nice picture on vacation when you were in Italy or Australia or wherever you were. You're going to be able to submit theme ideas. Okay, now I have to be careful with that because I want to make sure that whatever's submitted falls within the kind of the criteria. I got to set up some rules, but also I want to make sure that you guys don't get disappointed if your theme isn't picked, that kind of thing. But one of the things that we're going to be doing is, or we're likely going to be doing, is that you're going to be able to submit ideas, and then people get to vote on them, that sort of thing. Okay, but I want to keep the ideas within the group really fresh, really current, and pertinent to whatever season we're in, that kind of a thing, right? So when the holiday season comes around, October, November, December, we're kind of focusing on more, maybe not necessarily really specific themes, but kind of winter, holiday things and such like that. Okay, let's see. Question. Let's see. So Zoom classes. As far as Zoom classes within the membership, there may be some workshops, maybe some tutorials that we do on Zoom. I am planning on having the Q&As on Zoom. The reason why I would like to have the Q&As over Zoom is because I want to be able to see your paintings that you do with me. Like, let's say, for example, somebody's struggling on creating a cloud or a tree or shading, etc. During our Q&As, you'll be able to show me your paintings. Go, hey, Jesse, I'm struggling with this right here. I can see what it looks like, and then I can give you pointers based on that. Okay, so, but as far as tutorials on Zoom, very likely that we will be having some. I kind of like the live aspect that we've been using within Facebook, so that's primarily going to be the case for now. In the future, maybe we'll be doing more over Zoom, but there will be some occasional ones on Zoom where we can, maybe as we're all painting live and we get to see each other. Let's see. Please learn Titanic and painting. The Titanic, huh? That might be something in the future. Kind of a cool idea. I used to draw the Titanic as a kid. It's so funny. When I was about 10 years old, I learned about the Titanic. Kind of read the story around the Titanic, and 10 years old, I remember being obsessed with those big ocean liners. And I would go to the library, get books on ocean liners, and draw them. I would draw them like for weeks. I would do like an ocean liner drawing every couple of days. It's just something that I got really into. So the fact that you bring up the Titanic right now is kind of funny. All right, let's see what else, guys. Go ahead and put in if you've asked a question and I haven't answered it, I do apologize. I need to bring my glasses next time because my phone's a little further back than I expected it to be. But let's see, another question. Yeah, so Zoom, Martha Hicks asks, is Zoom really secure? Absolutely. Zoom is a really nice platform. Once you use it a couple of times, it's really easy. If you're not familiar with it, within the actual private group, I'm going to put up a little tutorial where I walk you through how to use Zoom. What I'll be doing is I'll record it. It'll be a video recording of the tutorial so that anybody that's not familiar with it can get familiarized really quickly. It's actually really simple. Just a couple of basic rules, but like I said, once you use it a couple of times, it's pretty easy. It's versatile. You can get a whole bunch of people on there at one time. Now, some people don't want to be on Zoom. They don't want to have the camera. They don't want to pop up on camera. Don't worry about it. You have the option of turning that off. Okay, so if you're not familiar with Zoom, you can turn off your camera and you can turn off your microphone, where you can observe everything that's going on, but nobody gets to see you if you don't want them to. Okay, there's no way for somebody to turn your camera on. You're the one that controls all of that. Okay, so I'll be doing a little mini tutorial within the private group. I'll have that up before the membership starts, so that when the membership gets up and running, that'll be in there. On that note, okay, let me see. Oh, the cost for, so Anita, the cost per month for the founding members launch is $20. Okay. I want to make sure everybody understands that for the founding members launch, which is what's happening this month, and it will be $20 a month. Now, the doors are only open for 7 days, the 18th through the 23rd, right? That's 7 days. So Sunday the 18th through Saturday the 23rd, doors are open. Saturday the 23rd at midnight, they close. Now, the doors will not open again until the fall, and they're going to be open for a little window, and the price will be higher during the fall. The doors will close again, and then they'll open back up in 2022 at the beginning with a slightly higher cost. So each time that there's a new opening, cost goes up. As a founding member, you're going to stay at $20 a month for as long as you maintain your membership. So as long as you maintain your membership as a founding member, it's always $20 for you, regardless of what it is for new members down the road. Okay? Let's see. Can you just do one session, or do you have to do monthly subscription? So great question, Heidi. So that's another question that came up. Thank you for asking it. I didn't have it written down. I don't know why I didn't add it. Excellent question. Probably the second most common question I've had so far. Will my tutorials be available outside of the membership at a cost? So let's say we do a tutorial within the private membership. Will some of those be available outside of the membership at a cost? I am going to be adding that component to the membership, to the as an option to people that are not members. Okay, I'm working on that. So again, just to kind of make sure that that's clear, I'm hoping I'm answering that clearly. There will be a component where you pay per view for individual tutorials outside of the membership. I don't think I'll be doing every single tutorial that happens within the membership, but some select special ones for sure, and then who knows how many of the others as well. But I'm working on that. That probably will not go live until probably September sometime. I've got to make sure that everything, right now, the entire focus is on the membership. But yes, there will be a way to access certain tutorials outside of the membership at a cost for just that tutorial, right? So you pay for one tutorial, and then you watch it, you interact with it, do whatever you want. Maybe you'll have access to that tutorial to that one tutorial lifetime or 2 months. I don't know yet. I've got to figure all that out. But in a nutshell, in a very general sense, yes, I will be making some of those tutorials that happen within the membership available outside the membership at a cost. Absolutely. Okay. Let's see. Regarding payment through PayPal, do we just put in the amount that we want to pay? If we want to put, so there will be two options. There will be two options. You'll either have the month to month at $20. You'll get to click on that option, or there will be another option where you click on this one instead, where you pay the $200 for the year, and it's just a one-time $200. If you want to, renew annually, you'll get a reminder when it comes down to the end of the year, right? Comes back around next year. But yeah, so you'll have two options to either sign up through monthly, where it's the $20 are taken out of your account every month, or it will be a one-time $200 fee where you're paying for 10 months, but you're getting 12. Okay. Let's see. Is there so as of right now, there are no set spots. I don't know how many people. I don't have any idea how many people are going to join on this founding members launch. There is no limit at the moment. I am only opening it up to the people that follow Painting with Jesse right now. Anybody that follows the page is seeing my content, seeing my posts. If you're on the mailing list, for example, you're getting all my content, all my emails and things like that around the membership. So this offering is not going outside of Painting with Jesse. But I have no idea how many people are going to join. There is no cap on it right now. So yeah, no cap as far as the amount of people that might join. Okay. What's happening, Martha? How are you, Martha Hicks? Let's see. So the membership, okay, the actual membership, the first date of launch, the actual first active day is Monday, August 2nd. That's when the membership will be live. That day, I'm going to be having a welcome kind of little party live party. It'll be recorded for those of you that can't make it, but I will be having a welcome party for the members. Again, August 2nd is the first active day of the membership, and then we hit the ground running. We've got events that week, you know, and we just go from there. Now, as far as the membership itself, I want to make sure that everyone's a little clear. Everyone's very clear that all the members, especially the founding members, within this next 3 weeks before the launch, before the actual launch, which is 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, you are going to play a pivotal role in what the membership looks like, okay, over the next couple of months. I'm still going to be taking your feedback, trying to morph things so that, it's what you guys want to see, what you guys want to do as far as content. The structure that I've created right now that you're going to be seeing on the calendar tomorrow it's the rough draft, let's say, and within the membership we're going to refine things. So you guys are actually going to play a nice role within helping me refine things and making them so that they're a little streamlined, seamless, and easy to use. Suggestions and things like that. I'm going to be using your feedback to improve on the membership. Okay, so you guys will play a nice role with that. Let's see. What else, guys? I know there was a question that popped up and I missed it. It was a very important question. Let's see. That's right, Heidi. You need to come on back to California for a couple of days. So Heidi over on Facebook right now, she's in the comment section. Heidi was out here, I think like 2 months ago. I did a live session at a local brewery, and Heidi happened to be in town that week. I posted it up on Facebook. Yeah, I'm going to be at this local brewery, and Heidi came over and actually painted with me. She's from New York, so that was pretty awesome. I got to meet Heidi. Heidi and her husband and her son. I think her son lives kind of nearby where this brewery was. So she happened to come on by. That was really cool. That was a lot of fun. Meeting somebody that I've been interacting with on Facebook was really cool. I don't know that I've met anybody else. I'm trying to remember if anybody over the past 14 months since I've been doing the tutorials. I've met people. Okay, so I know some of the people that are on the page I've met outside from previous events that I held locally, and they still follow. They follow the Painting with Jesse page. But as far as anybody that I met within the page and then met outside, no, I think Heidi's the first. That's pretty cool. Okay, Diane. Okay, so the membership, Diane, for the founding members launch happening this month is $20 a month if you're going month to month, or it will be $200 as opposed to $240 if you pay for the year in advance. So if you pay for the year in advance, you get 2 months free, right? Two months, 12 months for the cost of 10, and then you will get, if you do the month to month, whichever one you choose, you can cancel whenever you'd like. I'm trying to set that up as an automatic, not an automatic thing, but a self-controlled thing, so you guys can control that yourselves. That's the last little quirk that I'm trying to kind of fix here with the payment processing that I'm going to be using. But if not, it is something that you'll still be able to control simply by saying, hey, Jesse, I need to cancel, my kid started school or I got a new job, whatever the case may be, I need to cancel. All I would need is a message from you, and I would go in there and cancel it. Now, if you do the yearly, I do want to clarify this. I know I'm repeating this from earlier, but I know some of you might have missed it. If you pay for the year in advance, let's say you pay $200 and you're saving the $40, 3 months down the road, you decide you want to cancel for whatever reason. I get it. You know what happens. You can cancel, but you'll just be prorated as if you were on a month to month. So the reimbursement, anybody that would come back to you would be prorated. And then the other thing is, if you're canceling, let's say you're on a monthly and you're canceling at some point, you would just finish off whatever last month you paid for. So let's say you just finished paying for November, and middle of November you need to cancel for whatever reason. You can cancel, no problem. You would just finish off that November, right? You would finish the November and not have a payment in December. Okay, hope that makes sense. I'll be putting this all together in a format where you're going to be able to read it, before you actually decide to join. I don't want you guys, I don't want there to be any surprises for you. So all of that will be in writing, so you guys can make your decision. But you will have full control of your membership as far as if you want to cancel, you can cancel at any time. There's no obligation whether you sign up for the monthly or the yearly. You can cancel at any time. Okay. Of course, I would hope that you all stayed with me forever, but I understand it's the way things go, right? So, but anyway, hopefully that was also clear. Any of this that I'm going over today, if you guys have any questions, please send me a message. I know that there's a lot of information right now that we're going through. I'm going to be putting more of this in the Facebook page contents, right on posting. We're not doing a lot of tutorials right now. I'm leaving the rest of the month. There might be a tutorial that I do at some point if things open up a little bit, but I'm spending most of my time right now focusing on the membership stuff so that everything is ready to go when we go active on Monday, August 2nd. Okay, so I want to make sure that I have a clear calendar from here till the end of the month so I can focus on this. I can answer questions. I'm making sure that I'm providing enough detail for everybody to know exactly what's all included, what to expect, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If any of you have any questions about any of this, please message me directly. I'll be more than happy to answer you. There's a very good likelihood, though, that if you have a question, there's other people that are going to have a similar or the exact same question as you. Okay, so if you do send me a message, what I'll do is I'll hide the questions that I get, especially if they're common ones, and then I'll be making a post where I answer. I'll reply to you, but I'll also be answering in a separate post on Facebook for others to see. All right, let's see. Yeah, there will be some monthly challenges, Kinkini. I'm still trying to kind of figure out the type of challenges that I'll be including. Those will be extra. They'll be kind of like bonuses. There will be monthly like mini drawing challenges or mini painting challenges. Something small, something cute, something easy where maybe you don't spend more than 20 minutes doing it, but it hones your skills. Okay, so there will be things like that. Right now, though, the main things that I'm focusing on are the list of things that I posted last week. Absolutely, Gloria Marie. So Gloria Marie asked, she asked me last week if she wanted to buy a membership for somebody else, like pay for the yearly for a good friend of hers. And I told her yes, I can absolutely do that. There will be a way to do that. If you're planning on getting a membership for somebody else, just send me a message and we'll work around that just to make it nice and easy. And so no problems for you guys. But yes, there will be a way to do that. Okay, so let's see what else. Let's see what else. But anyway, there's going to be lots of stuff to do within the membership. Okay. Let me kind of run through these things again. Okay, hold off on your questions because they're scrolling by the screen and I'm going to miss them. So I'm going to go over this again. This is just some of the stuff that we talked about last week. So again, I'm going to go over the contents of what you're going to find within the membership. So these following things are going to be regular things that you're going to find on a monthly basis. Okay, Q&As, right? Question and answer sessions. Again, at the moment, I'm thinking they're going to be over Zoom. I can see you, you can see me, or you can see me. It'll be optional if you guys want me to see you or others to see you. We all get to see each other if you decide you want us to see you. Okay, but you don't have to have your camera on. So we'll do these over Zoom. It will allow you to share your paintings if you want. Again, everything's always optional. Nobody's going to be forced to do anything they don't want, but you'll be able to share your paintings. You'll be able to ask questions. We'll be able to troubleshoot. I'll listen to your difficulties, and maybe within the Q&As, there will also be a component where we talk about stuff that's coming in the future, and I throw out ideas to you guys, and you guys give me live feedback. Okay? Q&A. So monthly Q&As. We're going to have monthly workshops, technique trainings, fundamentals trainings. These are things like working on color mixing, shading, Maybe you want to learn how to paint from a photo reference, a picture reference of some type. So basically, these are technique workshops, and they could be 20 minutes long. They could be 30 minutes long. There could be things on learning how to use a fan brush. Maybe the whole session we're just working on how to use a fan brush. Learning how to do straight lines, clouds, water, etc. So these workshops are very important because those are where we focus on the really fine tune the fundamentals. Okay, so monthly workshops. Okay, then we're going to have the drawing lessons, painting lessons. Those are real similar to what's been happening now with the painting with Jesse. We're going to have a little more time to really get into those, a little more technical within them. Okay, while the painting with Jesse tutorials have been pretty technical, there's kind of combination of everything. These will allow us to get a little bit more into technique. And what I'll be doing is whatever we do within the workshops for that month, we'll also be covering in the painting tutorials or the drawing tutorials, right? Whatever they apply to, so that we'll get some practice in during the workshops, and then we apply them during the actual painting sessions. Okay. So then there's going to be, of course, like I said, drawing and painting tutorials. Stencils. I know stencils are really important, right? Lots of you love your stencils. Those are still going to be a part of the membership. Whenever a stencil applies, right, there's a drawing component to a painting. There will be a stencil associated with it. Now, these are going to be archived and organized, so you know exactly where to go whenever you're looking for a stencil. They'll be open 24/7, just like everything else. And let's say you decide you're going to be doing last week's painting, or the painting from 2 weeks ago, or the painting from last month, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. You're going to have access to any stencils that were supplied for that. Okay, so stencils are still going to be a part of it. The kids' content, drawing lessons, and painting lessons, stencils. The kids' stuff is a little more basic, as I mentioned last week. The kids' part of the tutorials, kids' part of finding your brushstroke is a lot more kind of condensed, simplified a little bit for a couple of reasons. But the main one is for children, right? We want to keep things kind of simple. But the other thing is that eventually the kids' membership is going to become its own membership. It's going to separate from finding your brushstroke, become its own membership, where we're going to kind of flesh it out a little bit more and have a few more options within there for children that want to, kind of really get into learning art. If and when that happens, as long as you're part of the Finding Your Brushstroke membership, before that happens, if you're part of the membership, before they split, you're always going to have access to both at the same price. Okay? So the kids' content, though, for now is also going to be included with the Finding Your Brushstroke membership. And then guest speakers, I've mentioned those. We're going to have guest speakers. How often, I don't know yet. It just depends on how often I can get people in. I'll try to have those as often as we can, because I know those are going to be fun. And then, so that the guest speakers are part of the special events, I will also be having paid live events outside of the membership that the members will either get free access to or discounted access to. These are going to be once every couple months, once every 3 months. I'm not sure what the frequency is going to be yet. Special events that you'll also have some type of access to. Okay, so that's the main core of what the membership's about. As I've already mentioned, over time it will slightly morph depending on your feedback. What I want to do is when you become a member, the members are all going to get a survey. I'm going to send you guys a survey because I want your feedback. I want to know, certain things about what you're kind of looking for within the membership, what you're hoping to learn, themes and ideas that would like to paint. So that way I can kind of compile everything and use that information to help form what happens in the future. You'll also be able to vote on themes. I'll be putting up theme ideas, right? Let's say I have 3 or 4 paintings, 5 paintings to choose from. And I say, hey guys, what do you guys want to do in October? What do you guys want to do in November? You guys get to vote. And so again, lots of feedback. You guys will be playing a nice, large role in everything that happens. okay, within the membership. Let's see. So Anita says tutorials will be available. Oh, how long will the tutorials be available each week after we do a group? Okay, so everything that happens within the membership will be saved and archived. So you can access it within the membership as long as you're, obviously, if you're a member, you can access the tutorials whenever you want. So if you missed, let's see, the stuff that's happening in August, if you miss it, in November, December, you can come back to whatever you've missed, you go through the archives and do those whenever you want. Okay, so you will have access. So everything that we do is going to be archived, saved, and you'll be able to go back to the library at any time in the past and watch anything there that you might have missed. Okay, so that's part of it. 24/7 access to everything, to the contents that we produce within the membership. It all gets saved. Okay, let's see. Yes, Nicole, yes, great question. Will the kids' content have its own page within Facebook? Absolutely. When the two memberships split, they will become separate, both on Facebook, right? They can have their own private Facebook pages, and you're also going to have a website component to both. So when we start the membership here in August, it will only be on Facebook. So the private group on Facebook. Down the road, sooner rather than later, and very likely before the fall, there will be a website component to finding your brushstroke. So private group within Facebook, and then a website component that you'll, as members, have access to both. The website will be a supplement to the private group, okay? Just because of the interaction stuff like talking to each other and voting and things like that will mostly just happen within the private group. But everything, the recordings, the Q&As, the workshops will be available on both. The tutorials will be available on both. So if you decide you want to interact with those on a website, you'll be able to do that. The website that I'm looking to use, there's a lot of stuff happening right now. It's my brain's just kind of, and I'm trying to get everything all set up before we launch. But the website component that I'm looking to use is a really easy one to use. You can actually search things. So what this website does is it puts captioning on everything, automatically puts text to everything. So let's say, for example, you jump on there and you're looking for the tutorial on the cardinals that we did, and you're going, oh, when was that? Was that back in January, or when was that? And you just type in the word cardinals. As long as I set it during the video, it'll take you to all those points on any video where it may have said that. So it makes it easy to find things. We're talking about a stencil, stencil for the Blue Jay, stencil for Snoopy, and you type in stencil for Snoopy, it'll show you where that was talked about, and so it just helps you kind of find things much more easily as opposed to having to go and search. Okay, so I try to make things as easy as possible, but all that takes time. So anyhow, so yes, there will be a website component to finding your brushstroke, Facebook private group. Okay, they will go hand in hand, and then when the kids membership splits off, it will have its own private Facebook group and its own private website. Okay, so yes on all that. Okay, all right. Let's see what else, guys. So again, if you've got a question that I haven't answered, please put it up on the Facebook page. Also, if you're on Zoom, I don't have very many people on Zoom, but if you have a question, make sure you can speak out, or you can put it in the chat. Either way. Donna, that's coming. Yeah, absolutely. It's so funny because I'm going, oh, I gotta get merchandise. I gotta get all this stuff. I'm thinking of having things like aprons with, painting with, not painting with Jesse. That'll be on the bottom. Finding your brushstroke, painting with Jesse or something. A little caricature or something. I don't know yet, but lots of fun things that are coming down the road. So I have a feeling that what the membership looks like. I saw a comment that says payment, so I got a little distracted. I'll take a look at that. No, Heidi, the payment will be through, you'll have an option, either PayPal or Stripe. Okay, at least right now, it's looking 90% sure that you'll have an option to use either one. And on either one, you'll get to choose monthly or yearly. Okay. But yeah, t-shirts, Anita, t-shirts for sure. Okay. But yeah, absolutely. Yep. And Kenny will be using glitter. Definitely going to be using glitter. Glitters, just a part of painting with Jesse from way back when I was doing all my live events. It started when I was doing events in person. One, I'd been doing painting events for a few weeks, months maybe, and there was something that I was painting for a party, and I was like, this would look really good with glitter. And I was like, glitter paint. Oh, they have glitter paint. So I went and looked for it, found it, and I was like, oh wow, this is gonna be big. Thinking it was like some big old deal, right? But it was. Everybody loved it. Everybody. Anytime I introduced glitter at an in-person event, it's like people are like, whoa! All these adults going, yay, glitter. So it's pretty funny. But yeah, glitter is gonna be a part of our, part of the supplies we use. Of course, everything's always optional. Now, the membership, folks, I just want to get into the medium we're going to be using. Primary medium we'll be working with within the membership. Drawing, of course, basic pencil and acrylic paint, right? Acrylic paint is what's we've been using all this time within painting with Jesse. It's going to be the same within the Finding Your Brushstroke group. When we introduce guest speakers that come in with different mediums, that's going to be a fun kind of thing to explore. I know some of you guys are going to be going, oh my gosh, I got to try that. That's part of the fun. That's part of the reason why I want to bring those in. I'm going to be excited to bring them in. I love everything art. I've sculpted a little bit before. I've painted a little bit with watercolor. I've done pastels, things like that. I've worked with oil paint. Oil paint was my first love in painting. That's actually the very first thing that I worked with when I started painting, and I love it. Maybe one day we'll talk a little bit about that for those who might be interested in that. But primarily, again, the membership, especially here at the beginning and maybe forever, we'll always have acrylic paint as the main medium we use. And again, occasionally maybe we'll do projects and other stuff from time to time as things progress, right? Let's say 2-3 years down the road, the membership's grown and matured and everything else. Maybe once a month we do a project and something else. Maybe we rotate. 1 month we do. So we're doing, besides our acrylic stuff, maybe 1 month we throw in an event where we do something in watercolor. Maybe the next month we do something in oil. Next month something in pastel, right? Something like that. So, painting on rocks, Anita, is that what you're asking? Yeah, we might be able to do that. We paint on rocks. I know lots of people like to paint on rocks, so perhaps we will do that. Learn how to paint on rocks. Okay, so, but all right, guys, I'm looking at the comments here, trying to see if there's any other questions popping in. Let's see. So can you know once? So the idea of the membership is it's going to be either monthly or yearly, and you get to pick which one you want to pay for. You can't skip months. Unless you can't really skip months. So the membership isn't going to be open for members to come in, but every once in a while, right? The doors will be open for a little bit. New members will come in, and then the doors will close. The doors will stay closed for 3 months or whatever it is. They'll open again for a few days, and then we'll close again for another 3 months, 4 months, whatever the case may be. The reason for that is because it just makes it a lot easier to maintain, to keep track of the members. If everybody's jumping in, coming in, and becoming members at different times, it just becomes really convoluted and difficult to keep track of progress and things like that. So it's just easier to manage it where the membership opens, the new members come in, closes, we have a welcome, I make sure everybody's good to go, everybody's, knows exactly where to be and where to go and what to do. Part of the membership, when you come into the membership, there's going to be like a guide area where you have steps to kind of get you up to speed. Things like supplies list, how to on the basics, how to clean your brushes, how to protect paintings. All those things are going to be part of some of the core stuff that you get as soon as you come in as a member. So it's just a lot easier to keep track that way. Now, if you only want to interact with some tutorials and not others, like let's say you want to have access to a library where you pay per tutorial, again, that is a possibility. That is a likelihood. Very likely it's going to be happening sometime down the road. Like I said, at least not until September, or earliest in September. You can see a library of exclusive tutorials. Now, this is outside of the membership. All of these tutorials are included with the membership. But if you're outside the membership and you want to, you see, I have a list of the videos that you can access. When you pay for each individual one that you want access to, there will be a component like that added later, okay? Now, I apologize, folks, if I'm missing any of your questions. Like I said, I was anticipating I was going to have a whole bunch of people on Zoom. I didn't get as many people on the Zoom session, but I got a bunch of people on the live on Facebook. So I'm having a hard time seeing your questions because my phone is so far back. Okay, so if you have a question, I'm looking at the screen now. Go ahead and put it up there, and I will answer your question. So, okay, waiting for the next question to pop up. Yeah, you know what, Kinkini, great question. So Kinkini's asking, will you show how to paint on other surfaces too, like ceramic, fabric, canvas, shoes, etc.? Ah, okay. So if you guys want to see stuff like that, and if, let's say we vote on it, and lots of you say, hey, Jesse, that would be awesome, I am absolutely open to it. So before, a few years back, I used to paint on shoes. I used to do custom paintings on shoes. People would hire me to make them a really nice set of, let's say, Converse, high top Converse, where I would paint a portrait on them of their favorite singer or their favorite cartoon, that kind of thing. So, or rocks or fabric, or what else is on there? Let's see, ceramic. Absolutely. If those are things you guys want to see, and it's popular, we'll do it. Absolutely. Yeah, those would be fun to do, and I think it creates a variety that we can all, kind of enjoy. If we're constantly painting on canvases, which is primarily what we're going to be doing, well, most of us, some of you are going to be painting on multimedia paper. Some of you already do this. Some of you see me painting on canvas, but you paint on a different surface. You're going to have that option. But if we're specifically going to be doing a tutorial where I'm painting on a shoe or painting on a piece of ceramic or some other surface, that's something that would have to be really popular with the group. And absolutely, we would do it. If you guys tell me, hey, Jesse, we'd like to learn this, and I'm like, hey, guys, how many of you want to learn how to do this? And a bunch of you guys say, let's do it. Then we'll do it. Okay. Let's see. What else, guys? Looking at the comments. Looking at the comments now. Wow, we've already been going an hour. I wasn't expecting to go this long. All good though. All good. Don't be shy. If you got a question, put it up. I'm looking at the comments now. Like I said, I can't reach over and scroll. The camera's too far away. Okay. You got it, Kinkini. My pleasure. My pleasure. What else? What else? So I'm hoping you guys are excited. I am extremely excited about this new venture. We're going to have lots of fun within it. Lots to learn. Again, I want to emphasize that the idea is to focus on having fun and enjoying the process. That's number one. You want to have fun. So that means, stress-free environment, no pressure. You interact with whatever you want. You can watch everything whenever you want, right? Doesn't mean if there's something that's going live. Let's say we have a session set up for tomorrow at such and such a time, just like what we do right now in painting with Jesse. You can watch it whenever you want. You can have that option within the membership. Okay, sounds good, Anita. Yep, can't wait to see so many of you in there. So focus on having fun. Okay, focus on improving. I want to get you guys your abilities moving to the next level, helping you guys improve so that your paintings and your confidence and everything around it get better, right? You guys all want to see improvement. That's one of the things you've told me many, many times over the months that I've interacted with so many of you through Messenger or simply on the comments within the post that we put up on the page. You guys say, you paint because you want to get better. Number three, lots of you paint because there are lots of therapeutic benefits from painting. Helps you relax. Helps you de-stress, right? You kind of meditate. Painting very much has been proven through studies that it's very much like a meditation. There's a very zen quality about it, where you just kind of focus on what you're doing, and your problems kind of disappear. Um, Impressionism or Cubism, asks Jeannie. Great question. Impressionism or Cubism? I am absolutely open to exploring different painting types, right? Within painting, you got realism, you got Impressionism, you got Cubism, and all sorts of other different types of styles. I am absolutely open to exploring those with you guys, showing you guys, for example, Impressionism, right? Realism, all that stuff. As long as, again, it's kind of a highly popular thing within the group. If lots of you want to do it, if it's popular for you guys, for all of you as a group, then it's something that we can do. Okay, if it's something that's really unique, I had lots of people with the Painting with Jesse page, especially at the height of COVID when it was really, really busy within the group. I had lots of people sending me requests all the time. Hey, Jesse, can we do this? Hey, Jesse, can we do that? And most of the time, the requests were really cool and like, stuff that had universal appeal. But lots of times they were stuff that were really, really out there, like one-off, like kind of unique. That I know that if I did, I'd have like 2 people watching the event. So it's got to be stuff that has universal appeal, so that lots of people in the group can benefit from it. Okay, so that is the main requirement to any time that we do anything within the group. It has to have large appeal. Otherwise, lots of you are going to be like, "Oh, what the heck are we doing? What is that?" I didn't want to do anything like that. What is that? Right? It has to be something that generally has wide appeal, and we will tackle it. So whatever style you guys want to do, again, as long as everybody wants to do something like that, we will do it. Okay. What else? Oh, so we were talking about the benefit. So the therapeutic benefits. That's the third kind of pillar, core value of what everything within the membership is going to be. And then number 4, we're going to be painting within the community, really supportive, friendly, fun community to be a part of. If you're in the membership, it's because you're serious about having fun. You're serious about getting creative and painting, right? Serious in a lighthearted, fun way. I don't want anybody negative within the membership. I can't have people telling people where to go, or being negative within the group. That just won't create that community environment that I'm looking for. Very important that we're supportive and inspiring each other, right? So I just want to make sure that that's a very big component of it. Those are the 4 things. Basically having fun, enjoying the process is number 1. Always number 1 whenever we paint. That's my thing. I'm sure you guys have heard me repeat it all the time. Have fun first. Everything else just kind of falls in behind that. If you enjoy the process, you're more than likely to continue to paint. And as you continue to paint, you're going to get better. Number 2, proven. We're looking to improve. Whatever it is whatever level you're at within your painting, whether you're a brand new person or you've been painting for a little while. I know lots of you that paint have had years of experience, but you'd like to come on because you want to be inspired, or you're looking for things that you want to do with the group, right? So you want to get better at it. Then therapeutic effects around painting. Okay, we're going to focus. That's a big part of it. And then community, very, very important. Again, the community aspect is going to be really big. So 4 main things, and as long as everything that we do is going to conform to those things. Okay, so you get to paint in a stress-free, fun environment where you get to choose to interact with whatever you want to interact with. Okay, you don't have to interact with everything. Also, you have access to it whenever you'd like. And you get to vote. You're going to be able to submit ideas and that sort of thing. Okay. And then Anita's asking about abstract. So abstract, again, that falls into that criteria. You guys want to learn a little bit of abstract? I'm open to it as long as everybody else is in agreement that we do that. Okay. But let's see. So Martha, things like Harry Potter that are really, really specific, I probably will do things like that, special events outside of the membership, but the members of the group will have access to that also. Those are more than likely going to be paid events outside of the membership, but the members of Finding Your Brushstroke are going to have access to that. Okay, so even if we don't do something like that within the membership, because as much as there are lots of Harry Potter fans out there, there are some people that aren't, right? So just to not alienate some people, and of course, not every painting that we do within the group is going to be 100% liked by everyone. But themes like that, things that are a little specific, even though they're really popular, more than likely will happen outside the membership, because I'm still going to be doing events outside of the membership. Stuff like that is likely going to be paid, like a paid live event where I teach you how to draw a Harry Potter theme, how to paint a Harry Potter theme. Happens outside the membership, so that way it doesn't change anything, doesn't take the place of anything within the membership, but you as a member will have access to it. Okay, so but Harry Potter is a very popular, request. I almost did one a couple of times this past year, but we will be doing something before Halloween outside of the membership, and you guys will have access to it. Okay, promise you that. But all right, portraits. Ooh, is that what you're asking? Yes, you are. Portraits. So one of my big, my backgrounds, one of my big, big loves, one of my biggest loves within art is doing portraiture. I started doing portraits a few years after I began to paint. I started getting into doing portraits. I could always draw since I was really young. I learned how to draw, kind of self-taught, did lots and lots of practice, learned how to draw people, and then eventually got into portrait painting. I can teach portrait painting, and maybe down the road that'll be a part of something that happens within the group. But that's a really big specialty. It takes a lot of work to kind of refine and get to the point where you can do portraits. But I'm open to it. Maybe that's something that happens maybe more of a workshop outside of the membership, right? Because some people aren't going to want to do anything with portraits, maybe something specialized outside the membership. But I am open to do it within the membership if people want to do it. Okay. But yeah, there you go. So anything like that, those are things you're going to be able to vote on. They're going to be open to everyone to kind of, put in ideas. And whenever I submit stuff, hey guys, what do you guys think about doing stuff like this? We all get to vote and then kind of go from there. The popular stuff, what's popular within the group, more than likely, again, as long as it fits in with those core values, that's what we'll be doing. Okay. But anyway, folks, let's see. Jesse, I'd love to paint city buildings with lights, with a bridge, either night, sky, or sunset background. Oh, there you go, Donna. Yep, that's a pretty universal theme. Stuff like that, we can do those within the membership. Okay. A lot of it, like I said, I'm going to be kind of turning it over to you guys, allowing you guys to submit things. There's going to be an area within the membership where you can submit things. I'm not absolutely 100% sure that that's going to be a part of it just yet. It's very likely it will be. The reason why I say that is because, again, I don't want anybody getting their feelings hurt if the theme isn't voted into to an actual painting or drawing session. But there is going to be a component of that. I got to lay out the rules and explain things and just make sure that everybody's kind of clear that maybe your theme isn't always going to be picked, things like that. But all right, let's see. Okay, Nicole, changed your hair. Is that what it is? Oh, too funny. Oh my God, I'm expecting red hair. That's what I'm like, in my head, I'm like, is that Nicole? I'm not sure. I don't want to say Nicole. I just saw you up there. Oh, too funny. Too funny. Too funny. You threw me off. So Nicole is over here on Zoom. Nicole's on. She's in the message. She's in the comments right now. So I'm over here looking at you going, is that Nicole? Too funny. You tricked me. Good little trick there. But anyway, thank you for jumping on the Zoom. Who's your little boy? What's your little boy's name? Is that Phineas? Ah, how old are you, Phineas? 3. Woo! Cool. I remember when I was 3 once, kind of long time ago, long time ago. Very cool. Thank you guys for jumping on here. But all right, let's see. Okay, guys. All right, cool. So I think that should do it as long as you guys don't have any more questions. Hi, Constance. How are you? I really got to get glasses, everyone. I got to go get my eyes checked. I can still see what you guys are writing. Like I said, my phone's that's probably about 4 feet away from me. I can still make out I have to scoot up a little bit. I can see everything, but normally from back here, I can see everything. You got it, Donna. All right. So again, if I just want to recap, if you haven't signed up for the mailing list and want to do so, send me a message to paintingwithjesse@gmail.com and I'll get you on the list. Okay. That way you don't miss anything that might be important to you. Anything that you get through the mailing list, I will also be posting on the page. But oftentimes, and I'm not talking about the membership right now. I'm talking pre-membership. I posted on the open to, the Painting with Jesse page. But lots of you don't see everything that I post. Depending on the algorithm, right? Depending on how much you interact with the page, you may miss something that I post. So the mailing list, the email mailing list is specifically for that. So I can make sure I send you see the content twice on the page, and then you'll get it email. Okay, so if you guys are interested, make sure you get. If you're already signed up for the mailing list, obviously don't worry about it. But if you're not and you want to be, send me a message to paintingwithjesse@gmail.com. Also, if you're on the mailing list, or if I put you on the mailing list and you have a Gmail, you're going to want to check your promotional inbox. Okay, because Gmail filters out anything that's promotional and puts it in a separate file called promotional emails. If you're not seeing my emails, go check there. You're going to find them there. Okay, so but recap. I will be posting details on the payment links, etc. By this Thursday. Okay, details that you're going to be using to actually become a member. The opening window to become a member is going to be Sunday the 18th, so this coming Sunday, to the following Saturday. There's going to be 7 days, midnight to midnight, where you can become a member. Once Saturday the 23rd, the doors closed, membership closes, no more new members we won't take any more new members until the fall. Okay, we'll be able to get on a waiting list, and then when the doors reopen in the fall, you'll be able to become a member then. The founding members launch, which is what's happening this month, is going to be $20 a month. Oh, I know what I was going to talk about. You're going to access the membership through Facebook. It's going to be a private group, so you're going to be doing it with a Facebook account. Okay. Once you become a member, I'm going to communicate with all the members, letting you know how you're going to be accessing that account. The private group. It's going to be through your Facebook group. So if you sign up with your personal, page, Donna Herrera's page, that account has access to the private group, right? So anybody that interacts with your account, your children, for example, your husband, your 14-year-old son, they all have access to the membership with your account. I hope that makes sense. So everybody that lives in your house, as long as they're using your account, will have access to the membership. So if there's 5 people in your house and they all are getting part of the membership for $20 a month, it's all through the one account. Okay, so I'll be specific with the details on that later, but that's how you're going to be accessing private group through your Facebook page. Okay, once you're approved, once you're a member, you're approved, and that one Facebook account always has access to the private group. Okay, trying to keep things clear. I know it might sound a little bit convoluted, but again, initially it's all going to be through the Facebook group, private Facebook group, and you're going to have access to it through your Facebook. Okay, But anyway, payment information, links for that are coming up by Thursday. Doors open and close. If you want to become a member before then. I'll be posting calendar and more detailed information tomorrow. So you guys will be on the lookout for that if you missed my previous post last week about what a calendar looks like. And then, of course, there will be details. It's just repetition of what was posted last week and a repetition of what this Q&A was about today. Okay? But all right, everyone, hold on one second. Let me check something here. Okay. Good night, Anita. You got it. My pleasure. What's happening, Kyra? How are you? Lori Murphy. Okay, Donna, see you later. What's happening, Penny? Hi, Penny. I know Penny's gonna be in the membership. She already messaged me, so that's fantastic. All right, Kinkini, me neither. Nicole, Phineas. I'll see you guys later, okay? Thank you for stopping by. Love seeing you guys in person. That was so cool. Love it. But all right, I do look forward to seeing a bunch of you guys in the membership, everyone. Okay, so I'm super excited. I apologize if anything today was a little bit, all over the place. A little bit. I know it wasn't too bad. But if anything wasn't clear, there's plenty of time still to get up to speed. Don't stress out about anything. The main thing is you don't want to miss the opening window for the membership. And but there will be more information on this. I will be having more Q&As like this. When the window opens, I'm going to be communicating regularly so that you guys don't miss any. Okay? All right. Thank you, guys. Bye, guys. Bye, everybody. We'll see you guys soon. Bye, Phineas. Bye. All right, everyone. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.